Hey guys, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, or whiskey and barbecue meat. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today we're going to be smoking a bison brisket, so stick around. All right, so our good friends over at Benjamin Lee Bison, I'll provide the link in the description box below to their company. They do a great job with raising their bison in an ethical manner. This is, a whole bison brisket. As you can see, it's really lean. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast, as it were. So we do have some silver skin, and we're going to try to remove some of that, but I'm not going to dig too much into it or waste a whole lot of time. And any fat that we have on here, with the exception of stuff that's kind of just dangling off right there, I'm going to leave it because I think we're going to need it. And once we get to, I don't know, maybe like 150 or 160 during the cook, we're gonna wrap it with butcher paper, and we're gonna melt some Wagyu beef tallow. We'll add that beef tallow to help the cook along and add some flavor and maybe a little extra juiciness to the brisket. So we'll get to trimming. That piece is kind of a hard piece of fat, so we're gonna take that off. Now I've debated on whether or not I should round this out because this thin piece right here, I don't know if that's showing up on camera really well, but it's really thin, and I'm a little worried that it might dry out pretty bad. So I was thinking about doing this, kind of just rounding that piece off. As a matter of fact, I think I will. And we're gonna save this piece, of course, for a pitmaster snack. Okay, a really pretty cut. I just love getting stuff from Benjamin Lee Bison. I've done another video, and I'll put the card up in the top left corner so you can reference that video. I've done another video with some of their products. The one I'm referencing is a chuck roast that they had sent me, and I made burnt ends out of it. It was really good. So we're gonna keep that cut. I might just use that I might just sear that and make it a steak. It is about lunchtime. I'm not really sure how long this is going to take to render down and to totally cook out. Actually, that piece is hard. So, see, there's nothing in there, but I mean that's just hard fat. It's kind of like the part of a beef brisket. Yeah, that's not going to render down. That's just all fat right there. See, no meat. We'll cut into that. And it's that hard fat that doesn't render down, so we're not gonna keep that. I think we're good to go. There's some silver skin on here, like I said, but man, I really don't want to cut into too much of the bison itself, the meat. Although this is pulling pretty easy. There's a little bit of a different texture to this bison than what there is a beef brisket. Those of you that are deer hunters would be familiar with the texture and the smell. It does have a gamier, for whatever that really means, a gamier smell than a farm-raised beef brisket would, which is fine by me. And by the way, I've let this sit in the refrigerator for a week and kind of let it hopefully tenderize a little bit. So some of that silver skin's coming off pretty reasonably easy. Yeah, we'll get that off right there. If it's easy to take off, I'll take it off, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time. So you've seen this before. We'll cut back when we're ready to season it up. Okay, that looks good. Let's roll with this. All right, so I got all the silver skin trimmed off that I really care to mess with. I'm not too worried about the rest of it. So this is the bottom side of the brisket. I'll trim that little guy off. I'm going to leave all this on here because we're going to be cooking fat side down today, and I just think that we need some protection from the heat, which will be coming from the bottom of the Kamado. So let's go ahead and get this guy seasoned up. Today we're going to use Townsend Big Sam Seasonal. They're a local company here in Arkansas. I watched a YouTube video with Malcolm Reed, How to Barbecue Right, where they did a podcast. And I've become really interested in their products, and I was lucky enough that my mother-in-law actually got this for me for Christmas. So we're going to give this a try. I've used it on some other stuff, some steaks and chicken. It's been really good. It's kind of a windy day here today, but that's all right. We're going to work with it. Go pretty heavy on this rub. Want a good bark. Be sure and get the sides. Man, it smells really good. It's got, what does it have in it? Garlic, salt, pepper. It doesn't really say. But anyway, it's very delicious. I'll put the link to them also in the description box below. Always love to help out Arkansas companies. And if you want to send me some of your products to put on my channel, then feel free, Townsend Supply. All right, looks like I'm going to be out of the Big Sam season also. Townsend, be sure and send me some more. We'll see if that happens. All right, so today we are running about 225 degrees on the Blaze Kamado. And I get all that rub back onto the meat here. Don't want to waste it. And we're going to be running, like I said, fat side down. So let's go to the cooker. All right, we're back at the Kamado. We're going to get this guy on the smoker. And like I say, we're going to let it go. I don't know, I'm going to keep an eye on. I've never done a bison brisket before, so bear with me here. Well, we're going to let it go until maybe 150, 160 internal, and we'll come back and check it. And I'm also running some Royal Oak hardwood lump charcoal, and I got 3 or 4 chunks of cherry wood in there. So we'll see how it turns out. Be back in a minute. All right, that beef tallow is about rendered down to where I want it. There's still a little bit of fatty chunks left, but that's all right. That'll render out during the cook. So let's get our brisket off of here. It's looking really good. Got some bark forming on the bottom. I can already tell it's lean. So that's, you know, again, that's why we're applying this tallow. So let's get that on the brisket. And there's that chunky piece I was telling you about. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, put it back on the smoker and let her go. Hey guys, it looks like our bison brisket has reached an internal temperature of about 206. So we're gonna grab it off the Kamado and slice it and see how we did. Stick around. All right, moment of truth. And this is a cardinal sin in barbecue, but we don't have time to rest it. We have some hungry kids inside, and so we're gonna get into this thing, see how we did. I can definitely tell the tallow has made it really juicy. Gotta wrap it the opposite way. Oh man, it smells awesome. Seems really tender to touch. I'll let all those juices get on the board, because we will be using that on the slices. Wow, lots of juice from the tallow. That's good. I think what I'm going to do here, the bark didn't really set up like I was hoping. Slice down the middle and see what we got. All right, let's look at this other slice here. Other half, I should say. I'm gonna try to get you to, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's juicy. Looks good. Let's get a slice in here. I mean, tender. Let's give it a taste. I think this little piece right here has my name on it. I'll tell you what, that's really good. Really good. I do wish I had a better bark. I think I kind of missed it there, but that's all right. So what we're gonna do is slice these, or slice the rest of this half right here. And this is the leaner half. And I'm not mad at that at all. All right, guys, I just want to thank you once again for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. Today we did a bison brisket. It turned out great. If you ever get your hands on one, cook it the way I did. I cooked it to about 206, I think, if I remember correctly, internal. I put it on the Kamado. We cooked around 250 degrees with lump charcoal and a few chunks of cherry to add some flavor and color. I missed the bark a little bit, but that's okay. It turned out juicy, and I think the beef tallow really added to that. So I would definitely recommend doing that, as bison is a leaner cut of meat than what, you know, a regular cow would be. So once again, thanks for stopping by. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that subscribe button, smash that bell, and that helps us out a lot. Certainly appreciate you stopping by Casks-n-Que, or whiskey and barbecue meat. We'll see you next time.